What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down Lamar Jackson's Week 6 NFL 2019 highlights against the Cincinnati Bengals. He had a record-breaking day, making some very big plays, and today we're going to break down what made those plays so special. Let's get started. So number one, off the bat right here, this is going to be working a zone read. He's working the zone read action. He's got 83 out here blocking this linebacker, so our read key is this defensive end here, okay? So what are we looking for? We're looking for to see if he turns his shoulders or if he comes down, and you're going to see that in the next clip, guys. So Lamar Jackson angles this ball, or he reaches this ball back. What I want you to see here before we play this clip full speed is he gives him the line. He gets this back foot out of the way to give this running back a clear pathway, so maybe he could hit this cutback lane or just hit the hole on this zone as it is. So we're going to watch this thing full speed, then we're going to break it down. So he's coming out, rides the fake, has 58 come down, think run, and then he gets upfield. We're going to break down the run in a second. So what does he do here? I want you to see how well he extends this ball back, and he makes sure that they believe like the running back has it, okay? These guys are honoring it. It's obviously a run play. It's an option for him. It's a read option, so he's reading this defensive end. Now, this defensive end comes down perfectly. He commits his shoulders. There's no way if Lamar pulls this thing, he's going to make a play outside. So Lamar Jackson still rides this fake all the way in, and I want you to see how much weight he has on his right leg. That's how you guys have a good zone read fake. You start with the weight on your back left leg, and then you come down through all the way on your right leg to make it believable. And Lamar Jackson does a great job of doing that. 58 thinks it's a run. He even tackles this running back right here, or tries to tackle him, and then Lamar Jackson's out. And now what I want you to see here is when he pulls this ball, he doesn't take this thing super wide, and he's not trying to get out. He's trying to get yardage. He's trying to get upfield. He's like a second running back on this field. So takes this thing here, follows the hole that his other running back tight end made for him, and now he's getting a field. Now, one thing I want you to see is this is how you know he's an intelligent runner. When he gets to this point, he switches hands. He puts it in his right arm because he knows there's 11 other guys to the inside right here, much likely for him to get stripped, and that's day one football stuff. I know a lot of you guys know this, but he keeps it in this offhand. Now, what I would like to see him do right here is get out of bounds. Let's protect ourselves because he can't be taking too many of these shots as the season gets down, as we get into week 12, 13, 14, 15. He can't be taking too many of these shots if they want him healthy for the rest of the year. But it's a great job using the zone read, riding this fake, making it believable, letting this defensive end commit his shoulders, and that's our pull key. If he would have widened out here, if he would have scooted out, and he would have shuffled outside and kind of tried to slow play, we would have given it, let's take the game, let's take the 5 yards, and let's live to see the next down. This is a great job riding the fake, getting this end to commit his shoulders, and then bursting upfield. Let's watch this thing full speed. Coming upfield, makes a good cut. Now, when he gets to this point, switches that hand, and I'd like to see him get out of bounds right here. We can't be taking too many shots. Okay, so there's another scenario now. He's going to be working zone read here. Now, their read key is this defender right here. Now, what I want you to watch happens is he doesn't commit his shoulders, and Lamar Jackson still pulls the ball. And this is the other situation where if you're a quicker quarterback, you can get away with this. Let's watch this thing full speed, then we'll break it down. So he kind of shuffles down, and Lamar Jackson knows that that's a position where he could beat him easily. He shuffles down. He keeps those shoulders open. Now, that's the rule for defensive ends. They say, oh, keep those shoulders open. He's going to give the ball. So this defensive end is smart. He's trying to get Lamar Jackson to give it because he didn't commit that outside shoulder. But he shuffles too far down, and Lamar Jackson is too quick of a quarterback to give that one right there and let that opportunity go to waste. So he shuffles down. He's about ready to make that tackle. He thinks he plays it perfectly, and then Lamar Jackson pulls this thing, and again, he doesn't take this thing out wide and lose yardage. He gets upfield right now, cuts this corner, let's go make a play happen, let's go get some yardage. Okay, now he can get into trouble with that because he's going to end up taking some shots doing that. But that's how you want to work the zone read. Quarterbacks now. Gets up there. Now, this is what I want to see from him. He makes a cut, reads the block, and then he gets out of bounds. That's what you need to do, quarterbacks. We can't be taking too many shots. We don't need to be taking on a safety or a linebacker here, trying to lower our shoulders. Let's get out of bounds. Let's protect ourselves. Let's live to see the next down. But that's a great job by Lamar Jackson, understanding what this defensive end is trying to do, trying to screw with him here, shuffling all the way down. Let's just take it. He is not going to catch Lamar Jackson's 4.3, 4.4 speed, whatever you want to call it, to the outside right here, and he understands that, and he makes this play. And again, what I want you to see here is he really does a great job of riding this fake all the way through. He makes it believable like the running back has this thing, getting all of his weight to that left leg and really making it believable. That's how you be a salesman on the read option. And then he comes up and just uses that speed, gets upfield, and then makes a play happen, gets out of bounds, and protects himself. That's a great job. Okay, so now he's going to be in the pocket. Now, one thing I want you to notice is how relaxed he is in the pocket here. Let's watch this thing full speed, then we'll break it down. So dropping back, nice and relaxed. Relax those shoulders, and and that's why he's able to deliver a strike, okay? He's got a very strong arm, and a lot of people don't give him credit for it. They just think about his running ability. Now, he's getting pressure from this top shoulder. What does he want to do? He doesn't want to get strip sacked. So what I want you to watch is what he does with his arm and his back shoulder. He protects this ball. He puts himself between the defender and the ball. So he's got this back shoulder to protect any kind of strip sack threat, and he keeps that ball on his front shoulder to make sure that it's protected. And he's got a nice clean pocket to step up, and good things happen when you step up in the pocket. Now, also what I want you to see is how relaxed his traps are. He's very relaxed in this pocket. He's got a nice strong base right here, nice good wide base, and that's how you're going to be accurate. Because the faster you could get this left foot in the ground if you're a right-handed quarterback, the faster this ball is going to be able to come out. Now, why does he have such a strong arm? A lot about quarterback is all hip and all legs. So the leg portion is that base. He's got a slight bend in his knees. That's why he's got a strong arm. Now, what I want you to see here is this back hip. They call it chasing the hip. You want your hip to come through before the ball comes through. You see how this ball is kind of trailing in the motion, and you see how he's pivoting on this back foot? That's called rotational force. A lot of people like to call it external rotation. So he's really rotating through this throw. He's pivoting off that back foot to make sure that he's got some torque on this ball. And when you keep this off arm, this left arm tight, that's going to generate even more torque for you quarterbacks. Keep it somewhere in front of your face. That's a great position to be in. The only thing I'd like to see is a little bit more of a bend in his left leg so he could keep that ground force. But he's got such powerful rotational force that that's what makes up for it, and he's able to deliver a strike 30, almost 40 yards downfield to his tight end. Let him go make a play for you. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So this is a great job having good ball security in the pocket, being relaxed, protecting the ball, using a lot of hip force, a lot of ground force, keeping a strong base, and being real accurate. Let's watch this thing full speed. So he drops back, protects the ball, resets his feet, nice hip torque, and get this ball to our tight end, get the ball to our playmakers, and let him go make a play. All right, so now I want you to see this is going to be a great example of changing up arm angles. Everybody loves to say, oh, quarterbacks, you need to come straight over the top. This is a perfect example of how not every time you're going to be able to come straight over the top. So quarterbacks that work these kind of throws are going to be that much better. And this is just like what Patrick Mahomes does. I don't think Lamar Jackson gets enough credit for how much arm talent he has. Let's watch this thing full speed. So he's dropping back and then sidearm right to this guy coming over the middle, and let's get him over the field. Now, what I want you to see here is there's proper mechanics to this throw. But what I want you to understand is if he tries to come straight over the top right here and he has to reset his feet, come over the top, this guy could bat it down, and it might be too late by the time he resets his feet that these guys, linebacker, corner, could come down and make a play on it and won't get our guy the ball in space. So he sees this opening here. He doesn't even have to reset his feet. His hips are facing straight down the middle of the field. By the time he resets his feet to the outside, these guys are going to be able to make a play on it because, again, they're looking at this quarterback, they're reading his eyes, they want to see where he goes. So he just flicks his wrist right here. Again, I want you to watch this back hip, how well he gets that thing torqued. This hip is coming through first. He's pivoting off this back foot. All he's doing is changing up the arm angle. That's what we got to do, guys. Now, how does it work? We want to extend our hand, extend our release, our arm in the direction of where the ball wants to go. You guys ever seen somebody throw at a dartboard? That's essentially what you want to do when you change up the arm angles. You want to extend right where the ball's going, just like you're throwing darts. Get those hips going through, hit it to our guy in stride, and let him get upfield. That's a big-time throw. There's a little bit better of an angle for you, and I want you to see how he's extending right here. A little bit shaky of a ball, a little wobbly, but that's not a big deal. Nobody's going to care if it's a touchdown or if it's a big gain. So he extends that wrist, gets those hips going here, and gives that ball to his guy in open field, catches this ball, let him go make a play for us. Name of the game is get the ball to our playmakers. Quarterbacks, we're distributors. We don't want to just... Lamar Jackson can make a lot of plays with his feet, but we want to extend plays. We want to let our guys make the play. Let them do the work. Our job is to get the ball in their hands. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So he's dropping back, comes up, sidearm, extended at him, throwing darts, just get the ball to our playmakers. That's a great job getting it to him in stride. Okay, so this is a throw that a lot of people are going to say is a very risky throw. He shouldn't be making this throw, but I'm going to tell you why Lamar Jackson has enough confidence to make this throw and why he's good enough to make this throw. Let's watch this thing full speed so you know what I'm talking about. So he comes here and then back across the field and makes this completion. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is 3rd and 7. He's got to make a play happen. This is a big down for them. They want to try to ice this game. They want to try to pull ahead. And if they could score on this drive, that would make it very hard for Cincinnati to come back. So they got to make a play. Now, the reason why Lamar Jackson's able to make this throw is, again, we talked about how much rotational force he has. But one thing I want you to notice is how his base is in the pocket. His legs, he's got his feet just outside of his shoulders. That's where we want to be. Feet just outside of your shoulders. Now, when he decides to feel this backside pressure here, he doesn't move one leg at a time. He moves both feet at the time. Commonly known, a lot of quarterback trainers like to call it a kick step, when you just move that back foot, but he moves both feet at the same time, keeping a strong base. So he's got a good base in the pocket, so he's able to make this throw. Two parts of the throw. We talked about this. Ground force, which comes from your legs, and rotational force comes from your upper half. So moving both feet at the same time to keep that ground force. Now, what I want you to see here is he puts that right foot in the ground, and it's angled in the direction of the target. All the force from your back leg is going straight to that target. You're pushing from the inside arch of that foot right out to that target, and that's what Lamar Jackson does. He works those hands. Now, what I want you to see is, again, let's watch his hip and let's watch his core, how much it rotates through. What's coming through first? Is it the hip or the ball? It's the hip. His hip is coming toward the middle of his body. Wherever his belly button was, that's where your back hip should end up. And the ball right here is trailing. That's how you create torque. That's how you create some rotational force right here. And he's swinging that opposite foot through. That's how you make an off-platform throw. You swing the left leg through while the right leg comes up. You get that rotational force, and he's able to deliver a strike across the field for a big gain on third down. That's a great job, and that's what we talk about, extending the play. See right here, maybe a younger quarterback would have just taken off, and Lamar Jackson's athletic enough to just try to take off right now. But he works in the pocket, works his base, makes this off-platform throw, and has a great mechanical throw for this kind of situation. Again, quarterbacks, it's not black and white. You're not always going to be able to sit clean in this pocket, set your feet and throw. You're going to have to make these off-platform throws, and a lot of people think this is a bad throw. But honestly, if he has the confidence to make this throw, let's let him make this throw, because Patrick Mahomes makes throws like this all the time. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. Both feet at the same time, rotate through, external rotation. Now, this is just a pure example of how he can make plays and why he is so dangerous. He's going to get him, again, third down, big drive. He's got to get this first. So what does he do here? I want you to see how he has his eyes downfield. Got his eyes downfield while he's working in this pocket before he decides to take off the run. Let's watch this thing full speed and see how really fast he is. I don't think we've been able to see the pure speed that he has this year yet. So he's coming out, eyes downfield, and he just takes off. As nobody is catching up to him. Now, what I want you to see right here, gets out of bounds, protects himself. That's a great job by Lamar Jackson. Now, he's coming out of the pocket. Where are his eyes? He's thinking he's a passer first. You guys already heard him talk about that. I like throwing touchdowns more than I like running them. He's looking downfield, trying to make this play, trying to extend the play, and now he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to take off and I'm just going to go. Pure athleticism, getting out of the pocket. That's why he's so dangerous. Quarterbacks, sometimes we got to make a play. I talk a lot about extending plays, but sometimes we got to make a play. And he's getting upfield now, reading these blocks good. Now, one thing I love right here is he's not going to take on right here. He's not going to take on three guys and take a big shot, which is something he might have done last year. He gets out of bounds. Smart play right here. I know it's the end of the second quarter, but yeah, why take any unnecessary shots? Let's get out of bounds. Big third down. I just want you to see how fast he is and how intelligent of a runner he is, getting out of bounds. That's a great job. Yes, you would have liked to see him try to maybe make a play. It's end of the second quarter. It's about to be halftime, but it's a great job protecting yourself and being smart with the ball. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave any questions or comments in the comments section. That would really mean a lot to me, and I'll see you guys next time.